You know what I like more than flying in a private jet like this? My books. Actually not, but I do bring books with me because we were just talking a little bit earlier on, the question was how to figure out what you should do with your life, like your destiny, what you're meant to do, what your purpose is. And I find that's the most common question, and I was just thinking about it when I was here. We're flying to the biggest investor conference in the world, Warren Buffett, the billionaire's annual meeting. And one thing that people who are highly successful do that you can copy is figure out as quickly as possible what your destiny is. And I don't mean that in like any kind of crazy way. I just mean figure out what your career, what your strengths are, the type of people you blend well with. And I didn't know how to do that growing up. Nobody ever taught me. And I found a couple mentors, and they started laying out a formula, a simple step-by-step formula that you can figure out what you should do with your life. And that formula, you know, now a lot of people see me now, they'll see, you know, cool cars and lifestyle stuff, or like in a private jet. But I have to remind them, it wasn't that long ago when I was sleeping on a couch with no money. And I remembered back, and I began to seek out more mentors that showed me this formula. So I actually recorded a little video on my website if you want to watch it. It's a free video, and it explains a step-by-step, and I'll give you 3 practical steps you can use today that will clarify life. Maybe you are completely stuck, you have no idea what you should be doing. These 3 steps, this little video presentation that I'm going to put a link to somewhere. If you click it, it'll take you to my website, and you can watch, and it'll explain more in depth how you can just, it almost will seem too quick and easy. It'll almost seem like magic when I show people this formula. And not only is it figuring out what you should do for a career, but it's also figuring out how to be happier, how you can be healthier. I've seen a guy just texted me that he lost 80 pounds using this stuff, 80 pounds of fat, he said, using these techniques. And in life, if you don't have a map, you don't have a GPS, you get lost. And I remember feeling lost. And if you feel lost for any reason, my first piece of advice is ask, seek, and knock. That's an ancient proverb. You know, ask more. That's what the reason I bring up books, and the reason I love books is because they're kind of a way to ask other people, how did you find your way? How did you figure out what you're doing? And that's why I go to this. That's why I chartered this jet specifically to go listen to Warren Buffett talk about what he did. And one of the keys that the billionaire Warren Buffett did that you can learn from today is he figured out at 7 years old. Now, I didn't figure it out at 7 years old. So if you're older and you're watching this, don't worry. Click the link here. It might be under, it might be over. And it'll on my website, it'll take you to a very clear and concise presentation. I shot it in my living room in my house, so you can just click and watch. It's not super fancy, but it gets the job done. And I've showed this video to literally I don't know, 50 million people, and I get every day hundreds, sometimes thousands of people a day talking about how it changed their life. So it's not just books, it's not just cool stuff like, you know, jets or travel. What's the most important thing is you figure out what makes you tick, what makes you motivated, what makes you tap dance out of bed and excited to live every day. If you don't have that, if you don't have that and you have all the money in the world, you won't be happy. So this isn't just a formula for material stuff. This is a formula for life, health, wealth, love, and happiness. So, yeah. Is that everything we were talking about earlier? Drew. We hanging it. Drew was falling asleep listening to Drake. Anyway, click the link, and we're about to land here, so I'll see you. Oh, look at that. We're almost in Nebraska. Talk to you soon.